check out Asseto Corsa with the Oculus Rift, and this is their alpha version of the game with Oculus Rift support, and after patching from I think it's 1.6, now it's 1.6.1, it now works with the Oculus Rift. Some problems still, as I said, this is sort of like pre-alpha in that the sound's not coming through the Rift headphones but through the through my separate headphones, so we're using them with this elaborate double headphone setup. But apart from that, we're actually in the game, and you immediately notice that the menus are actually displayed now in VR. So when you go into the server, you can do things like car setup and chat and see who's on the scoreboard. And you'll notice some of these names here because we've joined a server that's up. Kunos are currently streaming, and we're on their server, and we've got Lucas Sandera, Stefano Cosello, and basically all the Kunos guys are in this server, and we are of course sat in one of the new DLC cars. It literally just came out today as well, the Mazda MX-5 Cup car. So this is all completely fresh in VR in Asseto Corsa with the developers. Let's go. Let's get on the track rather. Actually, first car setup. So you see, you can load your setups, and basically got this curved 3D screen in front of you, so you can do what you would be able to do on a screen normally, and edit everything here as you would want to. But what's really cool is if we join the track here, you'll see if you put your mouse to the right. You do need your mouse to do this at the moment. We've got like this orange cursor that's floating in front of us, and we can actually still access all the normal apps that were present in AC on your screen, and so you can position them and you've got them floating around. Now sometimes they do clip through objects, but in general you can position that there, and then when I'm driving my Rift, if I want to see my Delta, I can look to the right and I've got the holographic display. We've also got the car positions at the bottom, we've got the pedal input at the bottom left there, we've got the force feedback setting, and you'll notice they've also improved the chat room, so now we can see the chat room there with more than just one message at a time. So that's cool. Let's put the gears on the screen. It always spawns there. And you'll also notice, as part of the update, this is separate to the Oculus Rift update, you can change the scale of things on the app's settings here. So you can move these around, change the scale of them. Don't really need this when you've got VR because you can clearly see the dashboard dials and everything, but we'll just leave that there for fun. Now we're using manual gears with this, and we should be ready to go. This is literally my first time jumping in the car, and my first time jumping in the sim with the Oculus Rift, because as I say, when they first did the update, the very first DLC update, the Rift implementation was in 2D and didn't work properly, and then very quickly they hotfixed it, and now it works absolutely fantastic. There are a couple of things to note when launching. I found if you don't put any AA on and turn the post-processing effects off, it looks a lot sharper and more clear than if you do have post-processing effects on, and if you just put AA on without the post-processing effect, it doesn't load the interface in the game. So you have to bear that in mind. I'm sure it's the kind of thing that will get improved over time. As I say, this is sort of pre-alpha, and this Mazda, really nice and stable. I really don't know what to expect from this car. quite. The brake's quite eager to lock up there. Feels like it's got some kind of traction control. There we go. Let's turn that off. And but I have to say, again, it's just VR and simulators. Makes perfect sense. The track scale just makes so much more sense in VR. I noticed Spa particularly when playing Spa on a screen, that's a track that really suffers on a screen in terms of the track width feels way too narrow on a screen, but also, corners like Eau Rouge is literally like going up a mountain face if you were to be there in real life. And VR really captures, the undulations and depth of the tracks. Driving around like a lunatic here. And it's just completely lost on the screen, so it's utterly fantastic.